Hi, folks. This is your state senator, Jeff Smith. On Monday this week, we started a new session. New senators were sworn in. Lawmakers are filtering back to the Capitol after a long campaign season, and there are a lot of new faces here in Madison. There's a lot of hope for what can be accomplished, and there's just as much excitement about getting going on new opportunities to help Wisconsin. This is my fifth legislative session, representing the Chippewa Valley as your senator. This week was important for a lot of reasons, but for me, this is day one of putting our thoughts into action. We've seen a lot of politicians just spending time and money convincing you to send them to Madison. Now it's time to deliver real results for the people of Wisconsin. With a new session comes a new biennial state budget. And I was encouraged to see Governor Evers take a shine to legislation I offered last session. It would allow citizens to introduce new laws or to reject acts of the legislature by referendum. The governor promised to include it as a provision in his biennial state budget. This is exciting news for our state and for the sake of democracy. It shouldn't have to come to this. A legislature should be responsive to the people. But there are so many popular policies that Republicans have ignored for years. For instance, over 60% of Wisconsinites think abortion should be legal in all or most cases. More than 70% of Wisconsinites think the state should accept federal funds to expand Medicaid. And 86% of Wisconsinites and nearly 80% of Republicans believe medical marijuana should be made legal. More than 60% of Wisconsinites agree that the use of marijuana should be legal. Over 60% of Wisconsinites believe a nonpartisan commission should be responsible for drawing legislative districts rather than the legislature. And 73% of Wisconsinites, including 62% of Republicans, support paid family leave. Over 80% of Wisconsinites support red flag laws that allow a judge to order an individual to refrain from possessing a firearm if they find the individual to be a threat to themselves or others, and nearly 80% of Wisconsinites support universal mandatory background checks on people making gun purchases, including at gun shows or through private sales. These are just common sense policies that people want and are willing to work for. But if we can't get it done, the voter's voice should be heard through a binding referendum as proposed by the governor. During this new legislative session, I remain hopeful and optimistic. We have much to do. There are a lot of new people with new ideas starting their service as legislators. Here's to a new year and a renewed opportunity to make Wisconsin a thriving democracy for all. Until next time, this is Senator Jeff Smith signing off. And thanks for joining me, and have a great week.